Asia. So, Linda, how do you bring this conversation uh, about our industries are dying yet unemployment is rising? Share your
Um,
thoughts.
I definitely think that Miss Viola mentioned something about agriculture, and I want to start with that. Um, Africa, like you guys mentioned, has a lot of arable land. There's a lot of space to cultivate and cultivate in an eco-friendly way, in an environmental friendly way, and there's a high potential for large-scale employment just in that particular niche of agriculture because everybody needs food. We will all need food. We're human beings from the beginning of times to the end of times. We will always need food. And at some point, if you realize the way that other countries, their dynamics, the quote unquote developed countries have gone about, they've used almost all of their arable land. They've constructed buildings, they've cut down trees, and they haven't replanted any trees. They haven't gone now they're trying to catch up and go back to being environmentally friendly. So we have the we have the opportunity, we have the advantage that we haven't actually killed our trees, at least not all of them. We haven't actually deforested all of our land. So we should take this opportunity, especially for the youth, to look at that and see the potential that we have and be able to do it in a way that will bear fruit for other generations, not in a way that it will destroy for it. You will use it all up for this generation, and then following generations do not have anything. So, what something else that I would like to touch upon is you've mentioned, China with the rice and so there's something that we don't really understand when foreign companies, when multinationals come into our countries, come into Kenya, Cameroon, Zambia, um, Djibouti, when they come in with their contracts, they bring their people. They bring their manpower. So we lose an employment opportunities right then and there. When our governments give those big contracts to those multinationals, they do not give the people of that country the power to work in those companies. They bring their um, their
Expert.
they're expatriates and then they settle there, and then when the contract is over they live there.
Yeah.
At the end of the day they set up their Chinatown, they set up there's nothing wrong with that. But what I would say is that when we trade with foreign companies, we need to trade in an equitable way. We cannot trade in a way that they gain 70% and we only gain 30%. They gain 90% and we gain 10%. At the end of the day, it is our country, it is our land. So we have the advantage to say that, hey, if you are going to come here and you're going to build this road, you're going to have to hire the youth of this country. You're going to have to hire the youth of this village. You're going to have to do it in a way that doesn't impede on the villagers in the neighborhood. You're going to do it in a way that doesn't pollute their water. You're going to do it in a way that doesn't cut down their trees because that's their livelihood. And that's what I would say because we have to understand that yes, foreign trade sometimes it can be bad, but there's a way to do it that benefits every single party. And the one last point I would say is that, like you said, I'm on the continent, I'm from there, and I realized that um, when there's a bid for a contract, the bid, if it's between Kofe Jr. and a Russian entity, even if Kofe Jr. has everything needed to go through with that contract, they will take the Russian entity because, once again, there's that psychological factor where we think that everything that is foreign is better than what we have here. So we need to understand that we are worthy. We are able to do these things. We have the brain power, we have the technical skills. And if we don't, we can learn and we can train and we can have mentors. But first and foremost, we need to be able to be given those opportunities to excel. That's what I would say.